Hallo Cliquenabend, wir sind immer noch bei Matagot. We have another game which is called
Okanagan, the Valley of the Lakes.
Is it a famous place?
I wouldn't say it's famous, but it is a place. It is a place in Canada, yeah,
Right.
which is kind of famous for having a lot of lakes, actually, yeah.
And what's the theme?
So the theme is that you are in this region of Canada, and you are the early settlers of this region. So you basically want to build buildings, structures, and try to collect the resources from this very, very rich land. So the resources you can get are here. You can have stone from the mountains, you can have fish from the lakes, you can have wood from the many forests, and you can also have wheat or apples from cultivating the soil here. And so these are the different resources. It's a game about laying tiles, placing buildings on the tiles to get influence, and getting influence will help you collect resources. And you do that because you actually want to score points with these objective cards that you receive at the beginning of the game. So at the start of the games, these are not shuffled by the way, but you will get 5 of these cards here, and you will keep 3 of them. And basically what these cards say, it's very easy, is that for each set of 1 stone and 1 miner, you'll get 5 points at the end of the game. If you have multiple sets of this, you score multiple times. If you have all 3 of these characters here, you'll get 7 points at the end. If you have 1 coal, you will get 3 points. If you have 2, you'll get 6, and so on and so on. So you have these objectives in your hand. They are hidden, of course. And then you play on the board trying to collect these resources to score these cards, and whoever has the most points wins. So the tiling and structure building works like this. On your turn, you have a tile. You always have 1 tile in your hand. And your turn, you have to place your tile. Okay? And let me start with something like this. Of course, like in Carcassonne or any other tiling game, the edges have to match. You have to place adjacent, and the edges have to match. So I could do something like this. I have a mountain that connects to a mountain. So this is a big mountain. Okay. Now, when I do this, I draw a new tile, of course, from either from the visible stack or from the top of a pile like this. Let's say on next turn I would. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. Once I've placed a tile, I have to place one of my structures on this card. And you have actually 3 different structures. The first one is the silo. The silo goes in the center of the tile. So let me maybe start with a tile like this one. Okay. This one goes in the center of the tile, and it gives you 1 influence point on all 4 of these of the territories of this tile. Okay. I could put a warehouse instead. The warehouse goes in between 2 territories, but it gives me 2 influence points on these 2 territories. And finally, the last one is the farm. The farm goes into 1 territory, but it gives me 3 influence points in this territory. As a reminder, you can count how many roofs there are. There is 1 roof, on this one 2 roofs, and on this one 1, 2, 3 roofs, so 3 points.
All right.
Okay? And so this influence is actually used when you close the territory. So if I do, let me start again with my big mountain that I had here. Let's imagine I've put a farm here. Another player has placed this and has placed a warehouse right here. And finally, I would need 2. You have a player that does this, places a silo here, and I will place this one, and I will place my silo here. So now several things happen because I have closed this territory here. We've also closed this one, but let's focus on the mountains. Now we'll count how many influence points each player has. I have 3 plus 1, I have 4. This one has 2, this one has 1. Whoever has the least number of influence points gets to activate one of the 3 powers that are on these tiles. So you have different things. You can swap 2 resources that you have in front of you. You can get a gold nugget. I can explain that later. You can reset the tiles here. there are different tiles you can get one resource of your choice, a square resource of your choice, and so on and so on. So that's for whoever has the least. And now we'll give the resources. So we have 4 miners on this territory, we have 2 stones, and we have 1 coal, like this. Now I have 4 influence points. I can get 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are mine. Burn player has 2 influence points. He will take 2, and this one has 1. He will take the last one.
And
If there is enough. If there is not enough, too bad.
All right.
You know. And that's how you collect the resources, and then you continue playing like this.
Until all tiles are laying out.
Not all tiles. You start with 6 of these buildings, depending on the number of players. When you're done, it's the end of the first round. You will receive 2 new objective cards, and out of the 5 that you have, you keep 3. That way you can readjust your strategy if something went wrong, and then you will receive new buildings from this card. You take them and you play a second round. When you've placed all of your buildings at the end of the round, you count the points, and whoever has the most wins the game.
All right.
And there is, with the gold nuggets, it's a majority scoring. Whoever has the most nuggets get 10, and then 5 and 2 and so on.
So here it is a tile playing game, but with a different mechanic with counting.
Exactly.
And there you've got a lot of sets.
Set collection. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's Okanagan.
Okanagan. Yeah.
From Emanuele Ornella.
From Emanuele Ornella. Yeah. It has been a long time since he's done a game, so we're very happy that his new game is with us. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for the explanation.
Thank you very much.